Hi everyone, my name is Djinee and you're watching One on One right here on Dope TV. That's what's up. Peace. Yeah, I have been making music. I have been doing a lot of traveling. I have fans all over the world, and at a point, it was important that I needed to see them, cater to them, also feel the pulse of what the audience really wants. Music can get confusing at a point, and I think it's done everywhere in the world. At a point, an artist takes some time and focuses not just on putting out work, but doing the groundwork that would make that material or that sound thrive, and that is what I've been doing. So Djinee has been performing, most importantly performing and making music. I think first and foremost I've stayed true because from the get-go my music has always been true and real. It's been based on truth. I sing what I believe. I don't sing things that are not what I believe in just because that's what people are talking about. I speak what I believe in. I speak also what people believe in because I'm also telling people's stories. So it's as much as, yes, it's my story, but I also share people's stories. So it is based on truth. So that way, when you listen to my song, you would connect, except you want to lie to yourself. You will connect because I know you feel it. So that's some way, or that is one good way I have stayed true to my sound and who I am as an artist. I'll score the industry A+ in terms of content. And somebody might say, oh, well, Djinee, why A+ with the kind of music, the club songs and all? People club, people hang out. So people want to sing about that. It is true to them. So I think it is I'll score the industry A+ as regards content. There is really no song without content. If you think about it literally and deeply, there is no song without content. Even a song without words is still content because silence is content. It was content also, if I can use that word. Yes. Asha has kept it real. Brymo has kept it real. Two-Face has kept it real. P-Square, they have their audience. They have, they've kept it real. I think those are the guys I can really, put out now. I believe Wizkid has kept it real to his sound. He hasn't changed much. So his sound is real. Davido's sound is real. I don't think they try and fake what they are not. So those people I can mention, whole lots of others, lot of other artists. Emma has kept it real. So it's a whole lot of Nigerian artists. They sing, I guess they sing what they believe at that time is true to them. I think it takes a lot of balls, no pun intended, to shoot that kind of video. I won't, but doesn't mean I don't respect the art behind what he did. And I think Brymo is somebody I respect, and I think for creatives that video is top notch. For creatives it's top notch. I don't know how the audience see it, but for those of us that work within the creative industry that try to come up with stories and scenarios and all that, Brymo tipped on the edge. And that's art. Art is expression, and that's how he has chosen to express himself, and I respect that, and I think I give him a thumbs up for that. Not being able to do regular stuff, one. Secondly, the pressure people put on you to be a role model or a certain way. Maybe not a role model, but to live a certain way that, you're an artist, so you should be this way. So it's kind of hard not being that. But then again, not responding to people's wishes. There's a freedom in that. There's a freedom in not doing things because everybody wants you to do it. When you hit that part as an artist or as a creative, you found true freedom. Because if you always do what everybody expects, you'll keep changing, and it's frustrating being that way. You cannot keep up. You cannot. My brother, I have no takeover plan, to be honest. I just do music. I think there's too much pressure wanting to take over. It's like wanting to be president every dispensation. You will die before your time. I think you just make music that's true to the heart, and then people that love it will love it. People that don't like it won't like it. Well, you just keep making music. That's my motto. I just keep doing me, doing music that is true. There's no takeover plan. Do you know what it is to take over every time? Imagine Buhari trying to take over every time. That's why you see presidents start and come in and they go. You have to go at some point and come back or whatever. I mean, it's not like you go, but just do what is you. If you're not the president anymore, you can still contribute to nation building. Just do you. Taking over is crazy. You can't do that. You will die before your time. Maybe I haven't had that moment yet. Every moment happened and is gone. I relive it, but I don't think I have that moment yet. Maybe when I win a Grammy or I win. But then even if I win that, there's always something more to conquer. So I look out to conquer more things. So I don't bask in past euphoria or bask in some certain euphoria that has happened in the past. So it's done, it's done. To be honest, none. But if I'm to think twice, I would say the label that would allow me keep the publishing rights to my songs, which is almost an impossibility. So in case for the audience that do not understand publishing rights, I want to own the rights to my song. Owning the rights is like, not owning the rights is like living in a house that you are not the owner of. Any day you can be told to move out. So I want to own the rights to my songs, because that way is the only way. I mean, I'm not married yet, I don't have kids, but when I have kids, those are the songs, is what they get from my songs. That is, that's the estate. So when you hear Fela say Fela's estates is his materials and what the materials has been able to bring for the family is a whole lot. So any record label that can give me my mechanical right, my publishing rights, which is an impossibility in most cases, then let's start talking. But for now, I don't think there's anyone that can give me that now. So, and I'm in my production company, so I'm good. Payola. Artists paying for airplay or video play or interviews or all that. I mean, but it happens. So if I could change that, I would. And I mean, if you allow me, I'll add what do they call it? Piracy. Yes, piracy. Artists not being able to earn the full spectrum, across board, what they should earn. So those two things I'll change if I could. Career regrets, none. I think when I was getting into this industry, getting into the music, when I decided to do music at all, it was already a stupid decision. It was a crazy decision. It was a madman's decision. So I already figured that whatever happens, I take. So it's not. I mean, make I speak more small pidgin. Nobody say I no go school. Nobody say I no fit do any other thing. But I decided to do music. It was already a crazy decision, a madman's, journey I decided to take. So no regrets at all, none whatsoever. In fact, if I didn't do this, I don't know what I'll be doing. So. Find You was born out of, again, the same passion to always want to, the same passion, the reason that I always had first time I did music or first time I released a song. Same reason I did Ego is the same reason I did I Not the Shame, is the same reason I did Overkilling, and the same reason I'm doing Find You now. And it's based on truth. I want to talk about love. I believe everybody falls in love. Even Hitler, I'm sure he was in love at the time. So, so I decided to, do a song that mirrored all that. Find You is the soundtrack to your life, and I always want to make the soundtracks to people's lives, and that's why I did Find You. I wanted to make a big song. There's songs like Titanic, Thriller, big songs with big instrumentation, songs that hit heights, crescendos, and all that. And I wanted to do a song like that. I wanted to do a song that a choir can sing, an orchestra can play to, timpanis and all that, kettle drums, and that's what I had in mind, and that's why I made the song. And when I wanted to shoot a video, I wanted to shoot a movie, capture 5 minutes of your world, or capture your world in 5 minutes. And I went to the lengths and the breadth of Lagos to shoot that video, and and I made sure I got people that thought like me, from the producer who produced the song, XO Magege, to Mex who shot the video, people who thought like me, people who were cerebral like me, and it's just been a roller coaster ride. It's been crazy. So I mean, I made sure that the reason for doing the song was their own reason for wanting to be in the song in the first place. So that's all I can say about my reasons. Yeah. Definitely, collaborations will definitely come. I already did one, but on the production level with Johnny Drill. Johnny Drill produced a song for me already. Talking to Ed Isaacs, he's also working with me. These are guys that are not your pop artists per se. That's because I'm trying to create something magical, and I think these guys will bring it to light. Also, I mean, some of my dream collaborations, Two-Face. I think he's an awesome artist. I think he's a legend. I mean, I've looked up to him all through my career. Asha would be a delight any day. So those are two people that I really have I lean towards in terms of creatively collaborating. I know it's sad to say, but I always try not to. I know we're talking creatives and the industry and music, but I think all would not make sense if the environment is not conducive to venture into what we love. Talking about the state of Nigeria, I think Nigeria is tilting towards being a failed state. I think your uncles, your fathers, your aunties, your mothers, your sons and your daughters are all thieves, and they've been contributing to it. Until you can tell your father that he's a thief, then we cannot tell ourselves the truth. If you've seen this movie Blood and Oil, one of the takeout lines in that movie, in fact the major takeout line, is that every Nigerian is corrupt, from the MD to the security guard. We've all been a part of the corruption that is Nigeria, and until we change that mindset, it will be a vicious cycle. We'll get to a point that your money cannot help you. The healthcare is failed. It's a failed system. A friend of mine who just moved over to the States was doing dialysis in one of the major hospitals in Lagos, a private hospital, top-notch hospital. And he got to the state and found out that the water that was used to dialyze him, or whatever they were used, was contaminated. That's why he was always having crisis. So his money could not help him. Until we can do this, tell ourselves the truth, and change our environment, vote the right people in, partake in politics, we will be like my friend who almost died in Nigeria even with the money he had. The roads are not good. You can die any day. In Nigeria, anything can happen to you. So until we think not just of ourselves, but our future, our unborn children, and and change the country, we'll be in this failed state. We all can be rich. We all can have money. It's greed and the wanting to trump the other man, show off to the other man. That's what keeps us where we are. We all can actually be comfortable. It happens everywhere in the world. It happens in Switzerland. It happens in countries like Canada. Why can't it happen here? So that's all I have to say. I hope I won't be arrested for this. Thank you.